I'm going to ask one question which is very difficult for most of us to answer, and that is should you retire, and should you retire early? It's very easy for people to think at what age should you retire or at what amount of money should you retire, but the question is, should you retire at all? So I have a friend who is doing his own business, and his wife and I keep asking him to retire, and he keeps pushing it back, saying, I will retire when my son takes over, and I will retire after a few years. I will take my son around, meet people, and then I will retire. I'm very clear that he is pushing back and saying he does not want to retire. His wife has been incredibly busy as a caretaker in the house, and she just can't sit idle. So whether it is making tea for herself in the morning or making tea for the servant who comes to the house, she's busy throughout the day. She's got some activity, then she does some tuitions, and she does some social activities and things like that, and so she's very busy. She doesn't like to travel, but my friend likes to travel a little bit. So the question is, if he were to retire, what would he do? That's a very difficult question to answer, because what happened once upon a time was people were dying early. People were dying at 62. So if that was going to happen, then it's easy that you work till 55, 57, 58 and you die at 62. So 3-4 years, you never know what happens, and quickly it passes away. And the earlier generation had grandchildren to play with. They had daughters who were getting married, who had kids, and so they had to go look after. So there was some more purpose in life. So now what happens to a person who, when he retires, does his cognitive dissonance, is there a problem? Does he suddenly start thinking that I have nothing else to do, and maybe he'll do some Sudoku, maybe he will do some he or she will, it's not so much a she problem, it's more a he problem. He'll do some Times crossword, and then he'll start going for a walk, he'll feel good. So about 12-13 months, all that novelty wears off. So if you don't have something, if you have not reframed your goals, if you have not said, I want to create this impact, I will go to a hutman near my house and teach them English, or I will go online and teach them arithmetic and basic maths, or I will go to a senior citizen home and spend time with 5 people, not more than that. 5 people, I'll spend 15 minutes each. Many of them could be looking forward to meeting you. So you have to repurpose your life. If you don't repurpose your life, don't retire. If you don't know what to do with your retired life, don't retire unless you're forced to retire. Then maybe you can keep going on. I have been pushing professors to say, no, you should do your lectures till you're 70. There is absolutely nothing. There is a huge vacuum in many people's lives, and they have no hobbies, or they are dependent on their spouses. So if you ask them, why are you not traveling? Oh, my wife doesn't want to travel. Look, my wife doesn't travel, but I want to travel, so I do travel alone, or I travel with somebody other than my wife. It is not to push my wife and say, no, you must travel, you must see the world. It's not my job, right? I can request, and if she is not comfortable, if she is very comfortable not traveling, I have to respect the fact that she does not want to travel. Immaterial of what my friends think or what everybody else thinks, I know that she doesn't want to travel, so she is not traveling. If I want to travel, I should travel. So is retirement early really useful for people? I don't know. Each person has to take their own call about whether they want to retire. But before you retire, please develop a very good hobby of your liking. It can't be that, there are a lot of people say, oh, after I retire, I'll go to the temple. You will not. I have not gone to a temple for a long time. Don't mischeck. I'm not an atheist. But I don't go. I mean, it is not part of my daily activity. It is not that I won't go. Like if I go for a lecture to Patna, I'll definitely visit the best gurudwaras. But there's a gurudwara near my house to which I have not gone. Right? I go to a temple. When I was in Kerala, I visited churches. When I'm in Goa, I would visit a church. So it's not, I'm pretty indifferent to which religion it is, as long as it's an old building made in 1600 or 1500, or it's a beautiful building, or historically there is something, I feel like going. But then I feel like going to the forest, I feel like going to the beach, I feel like going to the mountains. I like to travel. Doesn't mean you like to travel, doesn't mean you will want to travel. So if you don't know the purpose, and if you cannot repurpose, don't retire. Also, your brain will decline. 14-15 months is the time when your brain will be working fine, and then, but for women it is very different. If I know a woman who is I know a woman, let's say, who is a very active doctor, doing very well in her profession, also a great cook, and very active socially. Such a person must be looking forward to retirement, because one portion of their life is retired. The other portion still remains. They still go to the shops, they buy, they sell, they do the arithmetic. When you give $100 and you have to pay 63, you know you have to get 37 back. So that activity is there, your brain is active. So if you need brain activity, physical activity, social activity, and your own purpose of life, if you don't reframe your purpose of life, you're going to find it difficult. So I think when my friend says he will retire, he does not mean it. He is just pushing back on my thing, saying, I'll retire now, I need to sell these assets, I need to I need to know whether my son is going to come into my business, or I need to sell it. These are all just buying time with himself, because he really doesn't know what else to do. And such a person on retirement will deteriorate very fast mentally. So such a person should not retire. So find out your own personality, find out whether you want to retire. And for women, I'm repeating, for women it is different. If you have been a very successful woman and you're 60 years of age, you must be looking forward to retirement, because you've been a caregiver all your life. You have looked after your maybe some unwell parent also by the time you're 60, or maybe you're still doing. You've looked after your children, you have run your house, you have done your cooking, or you have supervised your cook, which means you have at least told the cook what to make, what not to make. The clerical portion or the mechanical portion you may have outsourced, but you may have physically done it also. So you have been very active in 2-3 parts of your life. So one part, when it shuts down, it's a big relief. So a woman who is retiring is in a completely different frame of mind than a man who is retiring, who feels threatened, and who at 10 o'clock wants a second cup of coffee or tea, which he has never learned how to make. So find some activity, learn a language, maybe join a gym, join a group which will travel, because 60 to 80 almost, or at least 75, you can do a lot of those activities, right? Maybe you retire at 55. So 55, to plan your life in boxes. So 55 to 75, this is what I will do. 75 to 85, this is what I will do. Leave the rest. I mean, I'm not saying you will be able to plan, but at least know that at the age of 75, I'm no longer going to live in Bangalore. I'll shift to Mumbai, because the weather is too cold in Bangalore at the age of 75. So maybe you will do that. I don't know what all you want to do, but very broadly plan. Definitely have a hobby. Retire into a hobby, rather than saying, oh, I must retire because I've turned 68 or 72 or something like that. That doesn't make sense. Be active, become a mentor for some, suppose you're working in not really work, suppose you're an entrepreneur and you have 10 other entrepreneurs in the building in which you operate. Become a mentor to them, join the committee, join your company, your society committees, managing committees, right? Get into seeing what is going wrong, what is going right, whether the accounts are being written, whether the minutes are being maintained, whether the internal auditor is doing his job, right? Get into all that. Keep your mental activity level pretty high, keep it stimulated. Don't sit at home and keep wondering what is this person doing, because your mind will get into completely unnecessary things. You will start watching television, and then you will find some crime patrol, and you will start wondering whether my wife is trying to kill me, or whether my daughter is trying to kill me. Your mind gets into a lot of negative activities if you are not busy. So if you don't know why you want to retire, don't retire. Don't retire just because there is peer pressure and everybody thinks that you should retire. That's not enough reason to retire. You could be working fine till 110. So don't retire at 60, die at 110 and wonder what you will do for 50 years, right? And start preparing for the age of 100. If we all knew we were going to die at the age of 72, then that would be great. That's the national average. Don't believe it. You will go far beyond. If your parents and everybody else has gone far beyond. If your father died at 90, chances are you will die at 100. If your mother is alive at 95, chances are you will be alive at 95, right? there is no connection, but you need to plan for a much longer life. You need to have some activity to do. Don't retire if you have nothing else to do. Bye.